Hi guys. So that's a starting. I'm just going to check if everything is right. You could probably even see the cameraman because it was set up the camera on his view. So cool. So first of all, guys, please do set up your settings on the live video to the highest quality. This way you will get the better view. And basically what I will be doing today is carry on the removal of my nails. Hi Christina, hi Victoria, hi Camila. Nice to see so many of you in here. I hope that you can hear me well. We always quite restricted when it comes to lives because of the internet connection, so I hope it doesn't fail us today. And I've got two proposals. So one proposal is I'm just going to cut those well overdue nails down to zero, because obviously we'll be sculpting a fresh set finally. They are 5 weeks old. Or I can show you how long my natural nails are underneath, and we can try to save my natural nails and see how they will look after the removal. So just let me know which option you prefer, or we can do a mix. We can also chat as well. And I've got really important message for you all as well. I think that's why we are doing this live too. And basically the fact that we are so extremely busy, that's had not much time to do some previous lives. I'm glad you can hear me guys well. Thank you, Victoria, for letting me know. Hi, Geet. Hi, Amip. So yeah, I can see there's quite a lot of, so you have seen me doing this set of the nails with the one stroke, and I really love it. I love when my nails are just kind of simple way. Unfortunately, it's time to remove them because they are really long, my natural nails. Them like a very early May, so they are like about 5 weeks old, and you know the growth is really decent. I would say like almost half a centimeter of the growth. So it's a time to get rid of them. Now, this is some tool which you have to be very careful when it comes to the removal of the nails. Hi Lulu, hi Jetson, because if you got a very thick nail extensions and you're trying to use those kind of tool to cut it, nails can crack all the way down to matrix. But because I know my structure and I know that's the highest point of my nail, as you can see it clearly here, because they have grown out here, I'm going to cut them only at the really thin point. And this way I'm not risking of the product to cracking all the way. And this is such a speed way of removing the extensions. So I will try to cut it just where my natural nail is, so we can save it as much length of my natural nail. And you can see this is how long my natural nails are underneath. Like, it's crazy. It is really, they have grown so much. Obviously, I have been doing lots of gardening. They are flying everywhere. Don't worry, cameraman, we are not going to reuse them.
I'm looking for them.
I know. Oh, you're giving me extra light. Awesome. So also when I'm cutting, I'm doing a very light pressure, and sometimes I need to release it. Like here, this one, you could see it, it did crack a little bit the wrong way. So I'm releasing it and then I recutted it again. So never too close to the nail bed. Okay, and then I cut the other one. As you can see it, I also have been very busy gardening, like, and we had unbelievable weather. Unfortunately, I'm like, it have been so hot. Now I've got my Melody Susie. Hi Christina. Hi everyone. So I've got my EFIL and a safety bit, and normally I carry on most of the removing with this safety bit. I will probably put the dust collector on. If it will be very noisy, guys, I will just switch it off and then I will just wipe away the dust. So we are going to remove them. Tell me how long you are wearing your nails, because as I say, normally I shoot for 4 weeks, but quite often there is no time, so I have to do it for much longer. So tell me if the fan noise isn't annoying. And first of all, I'm using the safety bit to remove the biggest bulk of the product. They were really well overdue. It's a shame actually to say goodbye to this one stroke flowers. And as you can see it, I'm not removing the entire product, so I'm just jumping from nail to nail. If I would file too long in one place, I would produce quite a lot of heat, and that would be really not a nice feeling. So always when I carry on the removal, I would do it a little bit at the time. Clean off the dust and then go back. Okay, so I'm much thinner, but still not on my natural nail. File around the cuticle area, so the safety bit is awesome because you can even like go like this and it's not going to hurt you. Yes, Victoria, this set was amazing. Like, I'm really gonna miss it so much. Like, I think it was just suiting most of my wardrobe, and it was a fantastic spring set of the nails. And also my right hand, the finger which I have really badly damaged some time ago, has grown really nicely. So that was the ring finger. So I could probably even wear longer nail extensions, but obviously because we are coming up to such amazing nails, guys, I have to share it with you. So year ago, actually, the owner of the building, like some of you already know this story, a year ago, the owner of the building unfortunately passed away of the salon which we rent. And then we have been told that the building is going to be turned in for some staff accommodation for our local cinema. And then obviously we got so desperate that we were searching for a new property. And it took us many months to, so first of all, we find it quite a few nice buildings, and then it took us quite a few months to persuade the owners of the building to sell it. And finally, back in January, actually, they decided they are going to sell it. So from May till January, they was taking these decisions, but they decided they are going to sell it. So in March, our offer got accepted for the building. And then finally, was it last week on Thursday, we got a green light from planning permission, because obviously when you want to open a salon in UK, you need to have a use of the building in a specific category. So we have applied for the change of use, and we got approval, which means we could move forward with the paperwork, and we have set the entry date for the 13th of July, because Patrick, cameraman, got a 40th birthday party coming in. So I thought like, no, I don't want the keys before that, because we'll be busy with it. I want the keys to the salon just straight after his birthday, and the 13 is our lucky number as well. So we are going to get the keys on the 13th of July to the new salon. Obviously there will be extreme amount of the work to be done, like really extreme, because it's just like a one hall on a one level, and we need to build up all the rooms, we need to do all the floorings, we need to do the ceilings, we need to do absolutely everything. So obviously we'll be really busy. Now what I'm gonna do with my nail extensions removal here is I'm shortening them so they are kind of a little bit more even. And this is also always helping me when I shorten them a little bit to determine what thickness of the product is left. So when you look at that angle, you know how much product you've got left. Thank you guys so much. It's really have been such a bad, like hard fight. We had so many months of like uncertain situation that I'm happy it is over. I'm glad, guys, also Victoria, that your sets can last so long as well. I actually love, and it's a help of the universal air bond. Like, actually, I've got an old edition bottle here. Cameraman, don't zoom in.
Oh, it's so hard to.
I think we'll just stay like, I'm not going to do very detailed work, so we better don't move camera, so it's better focused. But I've got still old packaging, because the new packaging's like got nice chrome lids, and this one is old packaging. But it does amazing job on lasting on the nails, like, and I have seen it so much feedback from you guys as well, that you are loving the products and the way they last. So I'm really happy for it. And Victoria saying happy future birthdays
Mhm.
to you. It's
Thank
still
you.
it's still few weeks to go, but yeah, it's going to be a big one. Then you kind of start celebrating only the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and 100s, because I'm supposed to live till I'm 100. That's a set. But anyway, we've got the thickness of the nails determined, and I could possibly do a little bit more work with the e-file, so that's what I'm gonna do it. I mean, obviously, the removal doesn't take so long on the clients because I'm always much faster, but when we're doing the live, I'm also checking the comments. Gosh, I've got some blue gel underneath. I've got also some pocket lifting in here, so that could be actually a dangerous situation because the water could enter in there. So I'm just removing a little bit of product. I don't want to touch my natural nails with the e-file. And I'm always very careful about it. Also, another thing I need to show you. So with this e-file, you can kind of go even on your skin, and it's awesome. I love it for a removal because I'm feeling really safe doing a client. It's called safety beat. That's why I'm feeling so safe doing a client needs. Now my e-file is on extremely low speed. Again, normally I would go faster speed, but because there is no dust collector, I don't want the dust flying everywhere. So I wouldn't be doing any more work with the e-file at this stage because we are really almost at the natural nails. You can also, when you're doing a removal of the product, guys, you can also feel the difference when you filing on the natural nail and you filing the product. It sounds different and it feels different as well. Yeah, we are so happy as well. So thank you so much, guys, for all your congratulations. And I've got my youngest said I need to live till I am over 100 years old, and I just turned 43. You will, Victoria, if you do really believe it, you will. I think that's always the case. If we truly believe in something, it will happen. So definitely. Now I've got Guy asking, is that coarse or fine file? See, it's actually, I would call it a quite fine file, but what I find it, and I actually demonstrate that in some other video, that because the surface of it is fine, I feel like it kind of gives less friction, less vibration on the client's nails. I don't like the beads which are like really coarse, because you can really feel them like almost jumping on the nails, and sometimes they are even not as effective. I have demonstrated it back in some of the other videos where I was showing this nice and smooth bead, removing more product in a faster rate than the bead which had like a really, I would call it teeth, bit teeth grit, which had much stronger grit and wasn't as effective. So I think it would be also a personal preference as well, because we are working with the gel, like I mainly work with the gel. The fine bead is a better option for me. I'm not sure if so Victoria says she got that bead and she loves it because it removes the product like perfectly. Like I find it is awesome as well, but also at the same time it's kind of so powerful that you can easily and quickly remove the product, but at the same time it's so delicate that I can even remove gel polish with it without of being scared that I would hurt my clients. So I just love that bead. Unfortunately, they are extremely expensive. We actually I only keep them for selling because I love it so much. Because we even actually don't make any profit on it. But that's the only one product which I want to still keep. It doesn't matter. Because I have tried so many other beads. They might even look the same, because I have bought some which look exactly the same color, they feel the same, they just don't behave the same, and they don't last you so long. So with this bead I can last like many months, and it will be still very efficient. And then some other beads which I had, which even look similar, they would last me like a month, and after that I could feel like they are even not as effective. Then I've got Git asking if I'm running on the high speed. No, so I'm not running on a high speed. It was extremely low speed. So this is a kind of portable file, guys, and this isn't a file I would use on the clients in a salon. It is actually awesome for me to do the work at home, because it doesn't have a cable and we are really tight with the space. So I'm loving the fact that it is so small and I don't need to run any extra cables. So it has only 3 speed powers, and if you see it, when I switch it on, it's a speed number, so the 2 green lights says it's a speed number 2, and then this is 0. Oh no, I can, oh gosh, come on. So I've got speed number 3, 1, 2, 3. So normally I would do the removal of the product on the speed 3 when I had the dust collector, speed 2 when I had no dust collector, but this e-file isn't like as effective, you know. If I would take a piece of wood, it wouldn't go through it, but the one I'm using in a salon, you could honestly, we have used actually the e-file, the K38, which I've got in a drawer here. I do actually have it. I must have it. We have used it for filing the ceramic tiles when we was doing the kitchen. I have used the e-file and I was like filing the excess of it so we could really make the tiles nice and tight. So, but this is just a perfect one in the house. Okay, so hope I have explained that to you. Then once we have removed most of the product with the e-file, I'm going to use the 100 by 180 grit nail to remove the rest of the product. Okay, I'm starting with this harsh side and I'm just basically running through it only on those bigger places, so the places where I've got more product. And then that's enough, because in some places I can feel the sound is different and the feel is different. Let me show you that. Obviously this nail is not going look nice because it had a pocket lifting. So I don't want to overfile it any further. Let me clean this blue gel. I was just cleaning the desk and I have done it literally just before the live video. Oh, typical, it's not going to come off. I love cleaning actually my nails with the toothpaste and a brush, so they are kind of nice and decent color. You hear the sound. I'm on the product. Here, I'm on the natural nail. Product, natural nail. It sounds different, it feels different. Okay, that's again enough. And then another one. Gosh, it took me like 5 minutes to remove my right hand. And then with all these comments, we are going to spend an hour on removing the nail extension. I'm actually even sculpt some if you fancy it, guys. Because as I say, normally we have been so busy the last few weeks, like organizing things, that I have no time to catch up on my nails. Okay, so 100 grit 100 is done and dusted. Then I'm swapping the gradation of the file to the 180. So this side with no name on it is a fine side. It's a harsh side and then the fine side. Okay, a little bit more filing on the places where I've got product. Now, when you're filing like this and you want to hit only places where you've got the product, which is here, maybe, and there, don't put too much of the pressure. Like, do bigger movements, but don't do too much pressure. And don't forget that the nail is in kind of like a curve shaped, so you cannot file it in a flat position. And that's it. This nail is basically clear. No more filing. This one. Get those sides in. I also got, no, that's my natural nail. Crazy. My dog is snoring. Do it on this one. Longer movements, very little pressure. I actually didn't remove even the sharp edges from the file. So when you're starting using the file, always remove the sharp edges. And then this one is clean as well. Okay, step number 2 is we are going to use, actually so step number 3, white buffer. So I'm removing the edges and the edges from this buffer too.
What is different between two buffers?
So this one is a grid 100 by 180 by sponge, so it doesn't behave the same like a file, it's much finer. And then this one is a standard 100 grit white buffer, but they are harder than those buffers. So this one I would use mainly for the, that's a good question. This one I would use mainly for like the biggest bulk of the product, which I need to smooth out, and I wouldn't work around the corners, cuticles area, just kind of in the middle so I can work faster and more efficient. And then this one I would use around the corners. I'm glad, Jitsons, you're doing your nails with me as well. You can guys actually join it and start doing your nails, because you know it's always hard to find the time to do your own nails. So now I'm just removing the product, like the biggest bulk with the white buffer. And then because I have cleaned everything, I can see it, I've got a little bit more product there. So touch it up with file. But it's better to do it that way so you can see what you're doing rather than over filing with the file. Next one. Also, guys, tell me how many times you do remove your nails, like and starting fresh. Because obviously I'm trying to do it every 3 months-ish. And I feel if, actually I might do it on the thumbnail. I think it would be a nice example to show you as well. So we done the white buffing and the nails are almost clear. Actually, I can't believe like how they look with no product. What else I could show you on the thumb actually is when we're trying to do the coffin shape nails, and the natural nail has grown so much because it's obviously up to this point. You can even see it. I have already cracked the sides. So my natural nail is up to there. It will be very difficult to shape a proper nice coffin shape, but we could get a really nice almond shape out of it. And what I'm going to do with this nail, I will show you how to turn a coffin or square nail into an almond shape when we've got the natural nail underneath really long. And I do suggest that sometimes to my clients as well. So basically what they will do is they will get fresh sculpted or on tips coffin set, then rebalance, and then next time, if they don't want to get a new set, I'm suggesting to change the shape into an almond shape. So we can, first of all, when the nails grow down, we can lift them up. Now, excuse this hand as well. It's not, I have just slapped the gel on. It's not even filed and shaped properly yet. But what we could do it, we could file it underneath and we could bring the nail higher up, giving it really nice shape, as long as it is an almond shape. Then I've got pretty nails. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoying watching the work in here and you can learning a lot. And then I've got Jetson saying she's got natural nails, so only do an overlay every 6 or 7 weeks. Oh, awesome. I'm actually used to having just an overlay as well. As so great time saver. But since we're going for those long nails, I have to sometimes cut them and start fresh. So to do the almond shape, what I would do is I would bring the nails. You can even see it, this nail starts dropping, and I don't like those droppiness. So what I'm doing is when the client comes in, actually I should do it with the e-file, but I want to show you the filing. On the sides, don't overfile the color. So just file them into almost a V shape. And actually this nail will look pretty if I do it in an almond shape, and it could last me much longer. And then file it underneath. So what it does is it does bring the nail higher, so you don't get those droopiness. It also blends the natural nail join with the extension, and it looks much nicer and cleaner underneath. And then just reshape it into an almond shape. Okay, and it already looks better than it did in a coffin shape. 2 inches long, your natural nails. Oh my goodness. They must have been really long. See, I couldn't, like, because my nails grow down after they reach a certain length. I couldn't, I like it when they're coming up really nice and straight. So quite often also guys ask me why don't I use the e-file for shaping. See, I want to show you, and actually we have done the e-file removal with this one, and I want to show you how long I'm gonna take to, of course, if I will be talking, I will take ages, but I want to show you that it actually even doesn't take that long to get the nail ready for a rebalance when we're doing a reshaping and refiling. Of course, I would always use e-file, but the main thing is about the way you file. So I don't need to file anything in that area, just remove the color. My apex, I can leave it because it will blend it nice, so I don't have to do anything. Actually, the only place where I have to remove the bulk of the product is the side walls, because the balance of the nail has changed. It used to have like a coffin shape, so the side walls have been bigger, and the more to the free edge I am, the thinner the product is, and the farther it is, then the thicker it is. So I've got only bulkage on those 2 places. So basically what I need to do is remove this bulkage here. 2 moves of the file is gone. Remove bulkage here. Gone. Okay, so we've got 2, basically, or maybe 1 more term here. 2 moves of the files from each side to reshape this nail into a nice shape. And then the other job we have to do it is just to remove the color and thin out the free edge a little bit. So to remove the color, because not everyone even got e-file. Like, I mean, obviously everyone should have it. I cannot imagine having no e-file for doing the nails, but it's even not that bad. I love those files because they are so efficient. Look at this, guys, like 2-3 moves and is gone. I actually wonder, should I maybe try it next time when my nails are so, natural nails are so long. I had actually dilemma because I was thinking even after doing it this time that I could actually change the shape and rebalance them from coffin to an almond shape. I think that would be quite interesting video for you as well, guys. So I might do it after this set. So that's my nail ready. I mean, obviously I would need to just clean up the natural nail and do the prep, but that's the nail ready for a fresh product application in an almond shape. Actually, cameraman, do you think I suit this shape as well? Yeah?
Today, yes.
Today? You like it? He likes it. I shouldn't remove them. I should just rebalance them from coffin to almond then. Yeah, I will do that, guys, next time. Like, I do promise you, we will. So I will do a fresh set and then we will do. Yeah, I quite like it as well today. It's funny how the things change in our mind, you know? Victoria is asking, when will your fine brush be back in stock? Oh no, fine brush. You mean the Tyler brush or D-liner brush? It is actually in stock. Oh gosh, I'm terrible. Let me check. Is it the D-liner you after?
Fine liner.
Fine liner.
Yes.
Ah, okay. So fine liner brush is the one from the Nail Perfect. Is that the one you mean? It's not going to be back in stock. So basically the Nail Perfect brush, they had, let me just show you. So Nail Perfect brushes, they had the fine liner. I don't think so I even got it anymore. No, that's the gel brush. That there we are. So Nail Perfect had a fine liner brush, which was exactly the same. So this one is a watercolor brush from the Nail Perfect. And what they did, they decided to stop it. And because of this reason, we have came up with the watercolor brush, which looks, guys, exactly the same. So that's a Nail Perfect watercolor brush, and that's our watercolor brush. And they are, obviously, mine need the shaping. So you can see they are the same sizes brushes. And then they had also a fine liner, which I don't have it. And this one is like, fine liner is like a detailer brush. They didn't have the D liner brush, which was much longer. So the sizes of the brushes, which I really liked, I have kept it, like I have kind of introduced it. Same with the fiber gels, guys, because they stopped doing the crystal pots, we start doing them. So hopefully that explains that to you. So if you, after the fine liner brush, you can get the Tyler brush, which will be the same. And then oval gel brush, yes, it is out of stock. We are getting it very soon, and it will be back in the stock. But it's actually funny enough, I do use a lot of the Nail Perfect gel brush as well. But yeah, this one will be, you have got all of them. Yeah, I know you've got all of them. You have placed the orders like really regularly, and we do appreciate, guys, any of you who gives us the support, like and placing orders through the website. Thank you so much. And yeah, glad, Lisa, to have you here as well. So just a quick recap, guys. What you think of me doing an almond shape next time on my nails when we due to the rebound? So that will be in about 3 months' time. Instead of removing them, we will do the rebounds. But I also, let's move into the next step as well. So after we have done the white buffer, we are going to use the gray buffer. So normally also, if I would wear my natural nails, I would wear them squoval shape, which is square, round in the corners. I find that that's a nicer shape for my natural nails. And I would wear them just about this length, wouldn't go any longer. I used to wear my nails like that for quite a long period of the time as well, because I'm really active when it comes to the summer. I'm digging out the holes, moving large stones, you know, like doing lots of DIY work as well. So with the gray buffer, I love it because we can reach all the corners, everything around the cuticle area, the other side, and it's really efficient way of removing the product. Like the last tiny wee bits and pieces. Reshape this one. Yeah, it's nice to see my natural nails this long after the extensions removal. And guys, you know, I'm carry on, like, I mean, those of you who stay in this channel for a few years, you know, guys, like I have been wearing the nail extensions for you know, at least 10 years, and my natural 13, yeah, but before I was having a natural nails, just a gel overlay. So in total 14 years with the product on non-stop. I had never had bare nails. 14 years exactly. Yeah, so since 2009. So 14 years exactly with the product on my nails. The only time I had them bare like this, it would be like maybe today. If I don't manage with time to put a fresh set of the extensions, I might do it. No, I can't do it tomorrow. I'm working all day, busy.
If you was preparing for the competition.
Yeah, yeah. So in general, like, you know, they have been always covered with the product, and I'm really happy the way they look. I actually think they look fantastic. Yes, Squoval is so comfy, like I find that it looks awesome for the natural nails. So, I mean, honestly, excuse guys, those blue gel, which I got underneath just now. Best way to clean it, as I say, is a toothbrush and just going there. And this is a nail where I've got a really high hyponychium. I actually love this shape, but the hyponychium is quite annoying. So that's how my natural nails look with no product on. I even didn't apply any cuticle oil on it yet. This one is not fully removed. You can see. So I always like this one the most when it's natural nail. With the extensions, I don't like it because once it grows, it turns down. So I really don't like that fact. I hope, guys, your nails looks exactly the same when you do remove your product like that. They have strengthened over years of wearing the products because that's how it should be. If we don't overfile the natural nails, they can be actually much better after wearing extensions or the gel polish or a fiber gel or like overlays or even acrylics. Like, you know, there isn't a product which is damaging the nails. It's always the removal or the fact that we are not coming in on time on the rebounds, or we are causing like lots of breakages as well when we crazy work with the nails and we use the nails as a tools, not like. Yeah, I'm glad, Victoria, your nails are getting better. Honestly, like the main key to having a nice natural nails is just like not overfiling them and not getting the product to lift. They can look really really nice and healthy. So I'm going to say goodbye to this nail, but it looks so much neater even underneath, like with my natural nail. It doesn't bother me as much as it was bothering me with the previous product. So let's trim it out. And if you want, I could maybe do one extension. So you can feel free, guys, to ask me any questions. I have this one down to 0, and we could probably do this one extension. I have no clue what color I want on my nails as well. It's summer, and in my head I've got like I want white nails. So you can see 2 is not enough because this e-file is like a really weak one. So I have placed it on a speed and I still feel it like I need to press it a little bit because it doesn't have those speed. But as I say, for the housework, it's awesome. Definitely not a use in a salon. And salon, you know, guys, like I want to do a speedy set, so there is no time for a slow machine. Fantastic. That's it all gone. Yeah, so let me know, guys, if you want to see me doing something else with my nails, or if you want to know like something else, you can ask me any question. This live was, as usual, totally unexpected because when we do the live videos, we always just like a last minute decision. And it's like, okay, let's do the live. And it's like, oh my goodness, okay, let's do it. So I do apologize for such a short notice when it comes to those live videos, but they are always really last minute, depending on how we feel, what kind of plans we've got. And yeah, that's how we end up doing those live videos. So I have cleaned it, the entire gel, swap it, the graduation, just a little bit faster than the previous nails because I'm not have to show you and go through it the same way. Then I've got a question from Lisa. How would you do your client nails if they wanted you to use Vola nail tip? I wouldn't. Sorry, I wouldn't. Nail Perfect came up with the full cover tips. I have the package of it. I had somewhere. Cameraman bring it to the studio so I could try it out. I actually even didn't open it. I have put it back to cardboard where we store the products. I'm not the fan of the full cover tips, guys. You cannot really refill it, and you really cannot refill it. Like as a plastic, like I feel there is no way to do it without of loose. No, they are not there. Yeah, but no, that's the New Perfect ones which we had. Like they are called like it's a kind of full cover gel nails. I'm not the big fan of it because I feel, and I have seen it. I had the lady popping in for a training, and she have used those full cover gel tips. They are hard to remove, like really hard to remove, without of causing the damage. You can soak them off, but again, I'm really against soaking off the nails, because when we soak off something, we do make the entire nail softer, even if it would be a water only. So if you're going to take a shower, or not shower, no shower, if you're going to take a hot bath, or if you're going to the swimming pool and your nails get soaked with the water, or your hair gets soaked with the water, what the hairdresser will tell you, don't brush them harsh when they're wet, because they are more prone to damage. And the same with the nails. If we soak nails with the water, because water will be the kindest one, not to mention acetone or other different product removals, we are weakening them. And then what we are doing is we are taking either a cuticle pusher on the weakened structure of the nail, and we're trying to scrape the product off. I think that's what is causing like lots of damage to the natural nail, and that's where the problem starts with the people which do use gel polishes, which they soaked off. Years ago, they have been much gentle, like they was supposed to last only 2 weeks, the first range of the gel polishes, and then clients wanted something stronger, something lasting longer. So now, in like, manufacturers gives us more of a gel and kind of gels in the bottles, like, an ideally, I think it's not a great idea to soak off the product. It's better to file it off, because we are not making it as prone to the damage. So I wouldn't use the entire tip, and I would refuse that client from the salon, because they would have to kind of probably remove it at each time. I wouldn't trust the tip that it didn't lift it. Because even like the gel or acrylic can lift, and then the water can get underneath. There's lots of drama actually going on. Gosh, I might get trouble for saying it now, but that is my honest opinion. There's lots of drama going on allergic reactions, on really bad like nails. Yes, they do happen. They do really happen, and we have to watch them. We have to take care so they don't happen to us. We have to avoid like skin contact with the product. We have to follow manufacturer's instructions on how to use them. We have to have a knowledge to use them as well, so we don't expose ourselves or clients into an allergic reactions. But quite often I have seen the pictures of not allergic reactions. I have seen the pictures of really badly, severely damaged nails which have had like a severe greeny infections, which is a bacteria which multiplies when the water gets trapped underneath of the products, because the maintenance of the nails wasn't done properly. I can see like a damage done through overfiling of the products, or I can see the damage which is caused by the heat spike. So it is an exothermic reactions. When the gel cures, the light kind of gets the signal to the oligomers in the gel to harden, and then the people can feel this heat. If your client's experiencing like having sensitive nails and is experiencing any kind of heat sensation, they should remove their hand from the lamp to slow down the curing process. Obviously, the thicker we apply the product, the more they will feel it. The thinner the product is on, they might not feel it at all. The more see-through product is, they can feel it more. The more colored product we've got on, they are not going to feel it. So you need to kind of know those kind of things, because otherwise I have seen actually burned nail beds. They also like a second-degree burns to the actual nail bed caused by the improper use of the product. So like I think it is really important that we sometimes a new kind of innovative, quicker way of doing things. I don't think so is necessary. Better. See, even the full cover tips, which you can use with the polygel. Again, my question is like, underneath you will have to then file the natural nail each time, but then if you don't seal it with the top coat, the file surface is more prone, it's more prone to catching dirt. I wouldn't be happy to use it as well. Like, I do really think like those kind of old traditional way of sculpting the nails or applying a traditional tip, 1/3 of the tip. That's another thing, is even if you've got the tips with the full pocket, we should cut this pocket so the tip doesn't cover too much of the natural nails, and then we should blend it. So that's my opinion on that subject. Of course, they are great, like maybe for a single party where you put them on, you wear them maybe 2-3 weeks. I don't think so you could get, or you could probably get it, but I don't think so you should wear them for any longer as well. So it's a kind of quick, cheap way of doing a set of the nails, much easier as well, because you've got nice and good shape straight away. You don't need as much skills to do it, but I don't see it as a kind of long run solution for the clients which like to wear the nails the entire year and years even. Hi Karen, hi Wanda, hi Tara, and hi Maria. Nice to see so many of you. So I hope I have answered the question to the full, even going into the detail on other subjects. That's the thing. Once you start chatting, you kind of tend to never stop. So I have removed almost the entire product. I'm going to push back my cuticle. I will do one extension on this nail. Then I've got less to do tomorrow in between the clients. I've got such a busy day tomorrow. Need to sort out the paperwork, like do the entire day of the client, and then after that we've got to go to the new building, new salon, and get all the quotes from the tradesmen so we can start planning what we can do, what we have to skip, and how the salon is gonna look. Obviously my dream is like big, but we'll see what we will be able to achieve. So let me put that bit in. Guys, please remind me, we've got nice sets of the beads sitting in a cupboard. I need to add them to the website. Because they are good value on money, and they are actually really good. So I did push back my cuticles, and then I'm using the bead to clean up any cuticle from the nail plate. I'm not sure if... Okay, cameraman, zoom it in a little bit. I will try to don't move. Yeah.
Zoom it and just move it.
So I'm just cleaning the nail plate. I'm not touching my nail folds yet. Put it back to the reverse and then clean up the other side. This is a very fine bead, like really nice and fine, no pressure, just a gentle cleanup. You can see how raggy this cuticle is, full of scratches. So let's clean it a little bit on the side walls, a little bit where my natural nail was pressing down because I had those nails for so long. Clean the other side. I actually might not even, I will try to maybe not, no, I will have to cut it. It's quite a lot. See, I'm not a fan of cutting my cuticles a lot because I find it like the more I cut them, the bigger they grow. I might actually get away not cutting them today. So sometimes if this is not necessary, I wouldn't even cut my cuticles. We have filed it quite nicely. That's enough. And then we will file it a little bit more. Dehydrated with the blue scrap. I actually wasn't ready even. I didn't have it in plan to sculpt the nail. So let me take out the products from the drawer. And then I've got here a question. Oh, hi, Giorgio. Thank you so much. Jetson, does matte top coat discolor? How do you stop it if that's happened to me? So in general, like I find it, see, when I have no time to do my nails, what I will do is when they sculpt it, I will just top coat them with the high shine top coat. And the high shine top coat is a top coat which you cannot soak off. So any product which you can soak off, say example, I have it here. Soak off top gel, matte top coat, Acrylic. That's a kind of product, or even a fiber in a bottle. That's a product which you can soak off and acetone or a remover. And if you do use those products, they are more prone to staining from the clothes, from the dirt, from hair dyes, from fake tan, from makeup, like, but mainly from the clothes. I actually had the one coat which was staining my nails so badly. That's after a day or two, they was brown, black almost. But the reason for it is, if we've got the hard product, like hard product which doesn't which you cannot soak it off, it's not porous, it's more like a glass, so those kind of products wouldn't stain as easy. And then if you've got the products which are suitable for soaking off, because they are porous, so you can allow the acetone to enter the product and soak it off, they are also allowing the dirt faster inside them as well, so they're easier to stain. I hope that did explain it to you. Then I've got question, any more videos with client salon? I love those also. Yes, so I've got few coming up from the salon as well. They are always awesome, but obviously it is kind of not always possible to record it from salon. I love doing those kind of videos, and yes, I will be recording more of them. I actually need to ask the cameraman to bring me a glass of water, because I was supposed to do a short live on the extension removal, and now we are actually almost an hour. Yeah, that's an hour pass, but I will show you how to sculpt that nail as well. So I have removed the entire shine, then blue scrap to dehydrate it. And the next question, I was wearing milk bath nails, but the matte turned it. Yeah, just like a matte, as I say, like I feel like matte nails are much faster to stain, because we can soak off the matte top coat, and that means the dirt can enter faster into it and the stain. Same when I'm wearing a French manicure, I kind of tend to watch what I wear, so I wouldn't wear this coat, which I know is really bad for staining. So I've got the nail form. Well, I'm here. Pull this sticker, so I wanted it to be a little bit stiffer. And then I'm going to grab the scissors to cut the space for the hyponicum which I've got on that fan. So just a wee cut. Also, because my nail folds are really deep and I want to pinch it, I'm going to either cut it here. So that's how I would do it for like those fingers. For fan nail, I quite often cut the entire thing. So I'm gonna see it if this is gonna be enough. No, it might not. See, I have to cut it the entire thing for my fan. I found it's just faster and I get a better pinch. Actually, last time I didn't pinch at my nails when I was sculpting them, so I'm actually looking forward to pinch them. And now I've got a much nicer fit of that form, nice and straight. Don't over pinch it with your fingers so it doesn't bend. An extra nail prep, which dehydrates as well. And then I've got Victoria asking if we still talk to Jack. So he's in Glasgow and he have done the hairdressing college. I don't think so he would ever, like, he comes in sometimes to Fort William, he pops in for a sunbath and to say hello, but he lives in Glasgow. And I think, to be honest, he feel much happier there. It's a bigger town and Fort William is pretty small, you know, it's for a people like like me and Patrick, which got the family, which got the happiness and everything. So we can stay in here because it's awesome. It's so nice and quiet. People are extremely friendly here. And for young people, like I think even Olivia probably might run away from here because it's such a small town. The young people don't have much of the future like in here, you know, until they've got the family. Once they've got the family, it is all good. Now, cameraman, I need the glass of water because my tongue is getting like really twisted. So I'm getting glass of water and then we can fire on this extension. Oh, I don't like to be unprepared. I didn't plan it at all. So I'm just waiting for a glass of water and then we can start sculpting this nail. If I find my brush. I had it in a hand. Okay, Patrick, you need to open the brushes for me. I want my gel brush. Thanks. And the color which we are going to use, Perfect Rose. You know, guys, this is my favorite one. I probably put it on space. Yes, I did. Okay, so I actually put it where it should be, but I didn't search there. We are going to apply a nice and thin layer on my natural nail. So remove the entire product from the brush. Very nice and thin. Gosh, my tongue is much better now after having a wee drink. Then build up the structure, like the skeleton of the nail. So the first layer, again, nice and thin. On the forms, you've got those lines. And because we are going again for a coffin shape, I'm just going to kind of almost follow those lines. Can you guys believe we had such a warm weather? Like even now it's like roasting. Can't believe it. Doesn't happen often in here. But the plus side of it, I love the consistency of the gel. It's like a water. And the more watery it is, I think the less filing you've got because it goes on smoother. So just clean up that edge. And we've got the skeleton. Cook it in. So I'm going to curate it for 30 seconds and then I can pinch it. So just grab my pinching clamp. There we are. And in the meantime, I will answer your questions. So I've got Karen. Did you or should you once in a while remove all the gel from your nails and start over just to make sure everything is okay? It's a good question and it's a really common question. In general, I've got some clients which have started wearing the nails back in 2009 and they have never ever had the product removed from their nails. And their nails are really nice and tucked underneath because so first of all, you're able to see if there is any pocket lifting. You're able to see if there is some stuff going on through the product, okay? Unless it is a cover product, but for those long-term clients, I don't use like you can still see my natural nail, even I have used some pink product. So there is no need. I would always explain it to the clients when they ask me the same question, that's if they get their hair blonde, say example highlights, like I do get highlights, do I ever remove the color which is on my hair? No, I don't. I don't remove the color of the hair if it's not necessary. I know you're worried. That's like, you know, sometimes clients think like the nails might need a break because they are like they need the fresh air, or they are scared they can get damaged because there is so many horror stories like of really badly damaged nails. But as I say before, it's usually due to the improper application or removal of the product. So this is not necessary. You can carry on as long as you're happy. I wouldn't use the carry on technique for the clients which were really long nails like mine, because if the natural nails are those kind of length, they are nice and straight, but once they reach a certain length, they start curving down. And if you do not like this curve down, or your clients do not like this curve down with the straight kind of nails like coffin squares, it is necessary once sometimes, so every second or third time, remove the set and start again so they look nice. But if the client's wearing shorter nails, you wouldn't see this curve, so you can really easily correct the shape with the rebalance. And same when the client's wearing an almond shape nails, they are always very easy to correct the shape. So you could even see me correcting the shape from the coffin nail into a nice almond shape. And then there is no need of removing the entire product from the nails. The only reason I'm doing on my nails is obviously because I like the nails to be nice and straight and pinched, and my natural nail change the shape of the extensions after it is on for a wee while. Okay, let's pinch this nail. So with the pinching, you have to be very careful, because if your product isn't cooked enough, it can lift. If your natural nails aren't strong enough, it can lift. So I'm always, you could see me tapping on the product to see if it's properly cured. And now I'm squeezing in. Very important thing with the pinching is you can already see it, the shape is so much nicer. So you don't have to even hold the clamp. You could do it with the tweezer. The reason why I'm pinching is you can go a bit slimmer, like thinner nails, and they also look slimmer, but they are stronger. But I feel they are a little bit soft, so I'll be scared to leave this clamp on for longer. But what else I wanted to tell you about the pinching? I've got slightly thinner product, so here I've got more product, here I've got a little bit less product. You can even see hole in there, so there is not enough product. If I would place this clamp on over my nail and I would leave it, what the clamp will do is, because there is product thinner, it will squish this side stronger, and then this side wouldn't be as pinched. So extremely important, if we're gonna pinch the nails, the application has to be so even. I cannot pinch my nails now because this side is pinching more than this one. So only what I'm doing is going like this at this stage, and that's enough. Okay, I have to reapply the product, build up my apex, and then I can pinch it from other side because I will go more even. So that's another tip for you guys. Then I've got Lulu. Happiest birthday to Patrick. 13 is my lucky number as well. My birthday is July 13 too. Oh, awesome. So yeah, you can have a drink for us getting the keys to the new salon. And Patrick's birthday is on the 7th of July. And I am 13 months exactly younger than Patrick, because my birthday is 7th of August. So there is a 13 months of the difference in between us, and we live in a house number 13 as well. So cool. Yeah, Victoria. So I do remove my set every second, third set, depending. Like, so if I would rebalance them every 4 weeks, then I do it every third set. If I rebalance them every 6 or 8 weeks, I would do it over a second set. Okay. So nice and thin layer again. Everywhere. Gosh, I'm losing my voice. I talk too much and too fast. But I'm excited, guys. I didn't see you for a live video for a long time. I have even out this side. Now pick up a huge scoop of the product, like as big as you can. Actually, I have even dipped it in on the middle part of the brush. Okay, get it to sit on the one side of the brush and place the apex in like this. Run through the middle and watch the magic happen, because the product works for you. So what I'm doing is I'm just going a bit to the sides. That's it. Cook it. So I actually almost didn't do any job with my brush. You could see it, guys. It was literally 2 moves of the brush, and that's it. and the product does work itself. Like, I love it, those kind of consistency of the product. Obviously, when the temperature is so hot, again, you don't want to play too much with it, because if you do, the product will start to run everywhere, and then that wouldn't be good, because you will have lots of filing. Okay, let's see the questions. So my nail is cooking. Yeah, it's funny because Victoria, I do love this one on my nails the most. It's really rarely I would wear a different one, but for clients I use Milky Pink. I find that Milky Pink is really nice to kind of, yeah, for baby boomer, but also to enhance the color of the gel polishes which are going over it. And because it's a little bit see-through, I love it because I've got control of what is going on the client's nails, of the ones which were in the color. So in a salon, you will see me mainly using Milky Pink on my nails, Perfect Rose. Now, I've got Hilda asking, I need to know which one of Edel's you recommend the most. I only do my own nails. E-files. Okay, so this is actually really large subject when it comes to e-files. Now let me guys, now it's a time, so that's my nail, cooked nice. Check it, I'm happy. I'm missing tiny bit of product there. But actually not, because this nail needs to be shorter. I can pull the form down. Oh, it's so nice, so long. Pinch it from the other side. Now I can do so without of risking of lifting the product. So pinch it well and then cook it. Now what I wanted to say about the e-file, long subject, and now depending what is it for the house, I do really, guys, this is enough for doing only my nails. I love it because it doesn't take up space, and it's really enough. Like, it's not the most powerful one, but I love it because it doesn't have a cable. So that's the Melody Suzy model DR2078. Actually, it should have the power. Does it? No, it doesn't say much, but it's not as powerful. For the salon, for many years, I have used Marathon K38 file, and I love this one for, it's not the quietest one, but it's really nice and powerful one. And I love the fact that after a year of use, I'm sending the hand piece to the company based in UK, and they can clean it. They can change the brushes which are inside the hand piece. The motor, I have never had it broken for so many years, like, so I can really reliable on that e-file. So that's the e-file. If you go back and watch the videos from maybe a year ago, you will see me using that white K38 e-file, and it's awesome. It's quite pricey, so see, this will be quite cheap, guys. The K38 is quite pricey, but it's really reliable, and you can get it serviced every year, so it can last you probably the longest. I believe this is the file which just lasts the longest. Then recently, I don't know, a couple months ago, I got an e-file, white e-file from Melody Suzy. You will need to go and watch the video. This is actually the file I'm using now in a salon, and I'm in love how quiet it is. It's not as powerful. It's powerful enough to do the client's nails really effectively, but I feel I need to go on a higher speed on that e-file. So what I mean by that is, on my K38, I would be using like a speed for a rebalance, say 18, for cuticle work 11, 12, on Melody Suzy e-file to achieve the same removal, like 26, which is almost full power. I never like to work on the complete full power because it's not good for your tools. I feel like operating any kind of machine on its fullest power isn't a right weight. Like I think the motor can like burn faster, it can overheat as well. And I know many nail technicians which work on the full power, and then even in our salon, the girls which have been working the full power, their e-files have been gone, while mine e-file is still keep running. So I do not recommend that. But for your own home use, the Maldives are really nice and good e-files. Yeah, August is an awesome month for the birthdays. Yeah, Victoria gives you a really nice advice when it comes to e-files as well. Like the only thing, guys, I was supposed to do this video and I'm so embarrassed because in a salon I've got also extremely old new e-files, like the ones with the boxes off from Amazon, eBay. And guys, this is the biggest waste of the money. Like I find that they are kind of similar price range what the Melody Suzy e-files are, but they are so terribly bad. Like sometimes the e-file was used twice on the pedicure and it was gone. It was dead, like it stopped working. And I have went through, so when I started, like I had to research things myself quite a lot. Like even on the trainings, you know, we have been provided with quite a lot of information, but
There was no YouTube.
yeah, there was no
Tutorials.
YouTube actually at that time when I started doing the nails as well. No, there was no YouTube. I don't think so. There was YouTube back in Poland. No, because the internet was just starting. You know, like so the knowledge wasn't as available like it is now. Like I'm giving away a ton of free education on this channel, and it wasn't available before. I had to kind of get through things myself or attend extra training here or extra training there. And I made lots of mistakes, like even those e-files. I have bought some e-files from eBay, Amazon. Amazon actually I didn't use it then, like eBay, and they have been crap, like really no worth those monies. And same the lamps, even sometimes, you know, guys, like you buy the lamp, you do a set of the clients and the lamp is gone. It just even doesn't cure properly. So it is really hard to find the reliable suppliers and the products when you're just starting. Now I did remove the UV cleanser. I used UV cleanser to remove the inhibition layer from that nail. And also I'm removing the inhibition layer from underneath as well. Like I'm kind of person which has to watch for allergies. Like I'm really sensitive. I've got allergy even like to some food. I've got I can have eczema showing up pretty badly, or I can be really swollen up if I use something which irritates my body. So I'm always super careful with what I use and how I use. Okay. Any other questions before we start filing? Hilda says happy birthday to you. It's not in a couple weeks time, but
Yeah.
thank you. He shouts thank
I'm
you.
still 39.
You wish. Not anymore.
I'm still 1 month. Come on.
And then I've got Tara asking about the, if I, you know what, guys, I'm gonna give you the link to the, I should have it somewhere. So the e-file, the Melody Suzy ones, I can give you the link. So that's Melody Suzy. And we do have, guys, the e-file K38, but it's only available for pre-orders because it's so expensive. And that's a marathon. And Vilanda says she loves the D-liner and the Tyler brush. yeah, like I love it. Like, you know, guys, like I don't know, we had really big dilemma like about those brushes. Should we make them pink or should we make them more like I find it like this is kind of so universal, especially that the nail products can be kind of messy, but I love it how they behave, how they work. And we even recorded a video, not video, the beginning of the video, how to clean the brushes. I really need to record that for you as well, how to do the proper cleaning. So say example, for the gel brush, I would grab the tiniest drop of the UV cleanser, like basically hardly anything on my wipe, and then just clean it like this. Do not clean the entire product, keep it on, reshape it into nice point. You want to have this point. Keep it open, store in a drawer. So this is how I store it in the salon. I actually don't like to use the caps on the brushes. I find it, especially with the acrylic brush, the product can almost evaporate from the brush and it can make your lid murky, and like I just keep it without a lid. Here in the studio, I'm obviously putting the lid, and sometimes I do it too fast so I can catch the brush, which is not good. But they are awesome. Like we took some time to design them so they are easy to work with for different reasons. Like, I mean, obviously the D Master, the one stroke brush, is one of my favorite ones. That was the brush I used it to paint those roses, which I had it on the nails, and I'm just addicted to the one stroke. Thank you so much, Vilanda. That's so kind of you. Thank you so much. Then I've got Renat that she would like to order those brushes, but it's too much for shipping to Germany. Now, guys, like honestly, the shipping is really expensive, and the travel is just going more and more expensive. But we cannot do anything about it. As it's different, like we've got like see Victoria, like she will slap an order like which is really decent, and then the cost kind of spreading through the product. It would be too expensive for me to buy one brush which is worth the same what the postage is. So guys, we've got the cameraman, can you post the link to the Facebook? We've got, guys, Facebook group where you can communicate with each other. And my suggestion would be like, why don't you maybe place combined order? What I mean, like if there is any other, like I know there are people in Germany as well. Why don't you guys maybe chat together and place kind of like a bulk order? I don't know, to cut the shipping. Because if you're buying a one product, the shipping is huge. But if you buy 10, then the cost of the shipping per product kind of goes lower. But we cannot do anything on those shipping costs. See the postage, even like of the larger parcels, for those of you guys who ordering from United States or Australia, and if you're here and watching it, you could probably see it that sometimes we have paid like even 30, 40 pounds. So not euro, not dollars, pound for a postage. That's equals to like $50 for one parcel of the postage. And we charge you guys 20, like 19.99 to USA, Australia, Canada, and to Europe 14.99. So quite like
Which
often
is just the half price.
yeah, so quite often we do try to cover for, especially for those big orders, we do cover those extra costs of the shippings as well. I know it is so upsetting. Like, you know, the guys from UK, you've got good because your postage is $4.99, but that's still quite expensive, like for a parcel to UK. But then, yeah, that's what I say. Like, I Victoria would place like a slightly bigger, like maybe not a so like slightly bigger of the, order, so the cost of the postage is kind of split per item. Because honestly, it would be really expensive for me to pay. I would have a difficulty myself. So I totally understand you guys. Like, it is It is expensive for a postage. Okay, so the shaping of this nail, you have seen me doing it so many times. File a free edge, nice and straight. I'm not going to shape them perfectly yet because I need to shape the right hand first, just a little bit so they can last me. Then lift up those sides. Look at this pinch. I'm not
Like,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, I love that pinch. Okay, I need to lift it up. I don't like the side walls to be too much down because I'm so, like, you know, I'm cleaning the petals from the flowers in my garden. And I do really use my hands a lot. I don't like when the side walls are too low, so I'm always lifting them up a little bit. Okay, file this coffin shape, so cut this triangle here. Blend everything around the cuticle area because otherwise I don't know where to go. So I'm kind of always filing the, let me get rid of those sharp edges because I never did it for this file.
Explain why you do that.
The sharp edges, because you can hurt yourself. Like you could really cut through it with those sharp edges, but if you do take a file and you go like this, you would remove those harsh bits and pieces of the sand, grit. You can see them coming off like quite a lot here. So that's the ones which could cut me. And then if you do that, you can file faster and you are not as scared. So I would even file on my skin because now I'm not scared to cut myself or clients. So when I file, I do file always the same kind of routine, so I know where to go. And another thing is, like, quite often, guys, you ask me why don't I use the e-file for this part. The e-file is good to smooth out the surface on the top to remove the biggest bulkage. So I could use e-file maybe on this part. Here I could need to swap the bead to a different one to file that area. And the edges, like the shaping of the free edge, I still need to use the hand file. So I don't know, I feel it's just not as needed because quite often I actually don't have as much filing. So I'm smoothing out the entire surface of the nail now and taking 2 seconds rest from talking. And also I take so much time on checking how my nail looked that, like, I think if I would have a bit on it, you cannot control it, like you would just flatten the nail a random way. Then the buffer. So the white buffer does most of the job in smoothing out. I want you to look in my cuticle area. That you can still see there is a wee line. I want to blend this line, and for that I'm using the gray buffer. Okay, so get rid of that. You don't want to be able to see it where the product starts and where your natural nail is. And I think that's why I love the look of this gel on its own, without of any gel polish over it. Ideally, I would do just a French manicure or a baby boomer, and that will be my most pretty set of the nails to wear the entire year. Okay, I'm also This is something I'm normally not talking when I'm doing my nails. So I also roll this wall like that kind of way, so I can check how those two sides equal with each other, and I can see it. I need to touch it up there. Yeah, Renat, it's better. Like, cameraman will send you the. Can you send the link to the group, Facebook group? Camera. So?
It's done.
Oh, it's done. Ah, I can't see it. It didn't came up. I can't see it. Okay, cameraman says he did posted the link to the community.
Yes.
Is it? I can't see it.
No, it's not there anymore, I think.
It's not there. Okay, I'm going to share it, guys, for
It's
you.
done now.
Is it done
Again.
now? No, I will
Tell
do
me
it.
it's back. Is there or not? So new. Just.
Oh, it's new.
Yeah, put another time.
Copy link. There we are. I'll do it, guys. So we've got this group run at where you can join in, and there's more people in there. So if there's any people with Germany and they happy to do like a bulk order with you guys, I hope the link just arrived on
yes,
the
yours it is.
yours minus M. Okay, good. Yeah, so this way I almost have, see, because I didn't remove those rough edges at the first time, I have scratched myself. Okay, I also need to leave this side a little bit and thin out that place. And then I've got a nice and beautiful nail. Clean it with the blue scrub to remove any dust particles, because until we clean it, the things don't look nice. And then this nail is ready for a new design. I have no actual clue what I will do it. I will have to shape this hand as well, because it wasn't shaped it. I'll just slap the product on, and I need to obviously shorten those nails. It feels so weird having no product. Do you guys like the feeling of your bare nails? I really don't like it. Like, they can sometimes feel even sensitive, because my nails have been covered with the product for so many years that they do really can feel extremely sensitive. Okay, I'm glad the link is there. I'm glad, Karen, that you're learning so much from those videos. Obviously, guys, if you've got any more, we are going to probably, I don't know what to do, or maybe I will just. Okay, guys, if you let me have a wee break, I might continue those videos, because I still have to do the 4 nails, and we can stay for longer. It's really up to you. There's quite a few of you, I can see it in the chat, and I don't want to finish too early, but at the same time, I don't want to keep you bored. So my proposal is we can either sculpt more nails, like I can carry on more, or even reshape my left hand. No, use my left hand to reshape the right hand, but I need like basically 2 seconds break, because I have been talking non-stop like an hour and a half, and I can feel I'm losing my voice a little bit. I will make the cameraman to sit in here and do some nail art for you. Hi, Denise. I'm glad you find the tutorial so useful, and thank you so much for the early birthday wishes. Thank you so much. Okay, so basically I need to do those nails, because I need to reshape this hand and I need to do the other hand, so I don't feel But okay, let's fire on and maybe those nails, do the 2 minutes break, and then we can sculpt the other 4. I have never done a live video of doing the nails. This is the first time, because normally we're doing like a wee chats. Here the hyponychium is extremely large, so I have to be very careful when filing. Maria says she likes someone else's hands. Yes, we did. So they have been video out yesterday from the salon, and on Wednesday there was a video on Olivia's hands, and then on Monday I've got another video from salon. So there will be quite a few videos coming up from the salon. I know, guys, you do prefer it, those kind of videos, and I will keep them coming. My trouble is, like, it's really rare. Like, I don't take much of a new clients, so it is really rare for me to do a fresh sets of the extensions. Usually it is most of my clients wear the fiber in a bottle gel, and they are wearing those kind of nails like this ones. So if you want to see those kind of videos, then I could record it kind of more, but quite often they would wear similar stuff. So if they're kind of going for a one color with no nail art, I kind of feel like I done that video before. Or if they're wearing a baby boomer all year round, it's like I done that video before. So sometimes it is difficult to decide if I don't like the feeling of the filing of my ring finger. Oh. Yeah, so sometimes it's a feeling like, should I record it or not? And obviously, because I'm so busy, it's hard to squeeze in the camera, and I need to take always into the consideration any other clients which are in the salon. Because when we do the clients, when I do the recording, I will need to switch off the music, which already make the experience of getting their nails done not as pleasant. And then secondly, the people which are around it, which are popping in for a sunbed, or the clients of the other girls, they cannot talk like everything they wish to talk, if that makes sense. You know, sometimes a client comes into you and they will tell you like the biggest secrets or things. And obviously during the recording, like the clients which are coming to the other therapists cannot feel as open and as relaxed as normally. Okay, I have filed this one, and I'm going to leave you with the cameraman. Yes, because I need to take a quick break. He will show you some designs of which you can find on the channel, because we've got about 700, maybe 800 even videos. So now I've got Dennis asking a question. Why do you call Patrick cameraman? We all know it is Patrick, lol.
Why?
Yeah. You should get him a shirt that says cameraman and take picture of him wearing it. He doesn't wear shirts. Like when we've got so nice weather, he doesn't wear shirts, guys. But yeah, that's a cool idea. Okay, guys, I will do then. Yeah, I need like a 2 minutes break, because it's nearly 2 hours of non-stop talking. Have a proper drink of the water, and then I will come back and we will do the sculpted set of the nails. So in the meantime, I get you to watch maybe the nail art case.
Yeah,
Yeah, because there is so many different
where you
videos
got them?
in the living room. I will bring them. I will bring them, guys, to you, and cameraman will show you a couple of the designs. they are more summer designs. Oh, he's even cleaning the desk for me. They are more of the summer designs from last year. And they are on the channel, guys. You have to watch those videos. Like this one is I love this one. It's so amazing. And there is video for that. Please, please go back and watch it because this looks just fantastic. Like it's a 3D and it's awesome. So I keep you busy with the cameraman showing you all different things. Escape for a quick proper drink and come back to you in 2 minutes. Maybe 1.5.
Guys, you can write in the comments what kind of technique do you like the most on your nails. That's the shelves. Some flowers. I like this one.
Cat eyes, yeah, they're nice. That's me back. There. Oh, I love this beach set.
That's what we need.
Yeah, that's what we need. A holiday on the beach, guys. And the butterflies.
Like you want to be on the camera as well.
Yeah, he's getting angry. Psst, psst, psst. No, Ducky, go away. Leave Patrick alone. No, because you will... That's pretty as well. We've got Angel Chrome. That's what I had it on my nails last time. And it's awesome too. Then I've got Karen asking here a question. Do you got a special paint for the one step? So one stroke, yes, they are acrylic paints for the one stroke. And they are awesome. They are water-based. And you can create a magic with it. Like, I love it so much. See, this is an example of the one stroke flowers. With some chrome, I think, and that's the paints I'm using. So this one was used the magenta paint, and they are water-based acrylic paints. We've got them on the website, and we do also have the one stroke brushes, and we do run the trainings plus lots of tutorials on how to paint the one stroke, guys. Oh, they were cool. Like, I think I will be doing lots of it for my clients this year as well. Those kind of jungle nails with the blooming gel. Absolutely amazing. And I have also recorded, guys, for you video on the jelly aura nails. They are kind of popular right now.
Beautiful.
Oh, that's the one stroke flowers
One of
as
my
well.
favorite.
Your favorite?
Favorite, yeah.
Oh, good.
Especially on the cat eye.
Yeah, if you move it like this, the cat eye moves. Yeah, they are nice. So you can see that they are different type of arts. I have produced it like some more advanced things and some easy nail art as well, because we've got different type of users there, like watching tutorials on different stage. You know, we've got some beginners, some home kind of nail technicians, and some professional girls here as well. Okay, but let's
And
start.
every client likes something different color, different shape,
Yeah,
and different
that's
style.
true. Everyone likes something different. Cameraman is getting addicted on showing those designs, and I want to jump in on my seat. Come on, cameraman, go away.
No,
No, I'm kidding. Stay.
I'm joking too.
You can stay.
No,
Don't go. Don't go.
I'm too hard to talk, so.
Yeah, he's shy in front of the camera. No, I think it's a language barrier. Sometimes for me is quite difficult as well. And especially when I speak fast, and now I've got like also blocked sinuses. You can probably hear my voice is slightly different. So I needed this 2 minutes break from talking. Yeah, but we are going to do this set and I will be answering the questions. So I have explained everything how I'm doing it here, and here I will be just doing, you can watch. And in the meantime, I will be answering all your questions when my hand will be cooking. Yeah, that's unusual way to do my set of the nails. Instead of recording, you are here with me. You should bring a glass of wine or a coffee and join me in to do your own nails. So blue scrap, before I start doing any work, I want to clean my hands, make sure there is no oils, no dirts on them, because there is always some, you can see it even how dirty the the lint-free wipe has been. And before I start any filing, I like to remove those oils so I do not rub them in with the file. Into the nail. I could get Olivia to help me read the questions, then I could answer them if she fancy.
No, she's busy.
She's busy. I hope you guys liked the video we produced on Olivia's nails as well. She's got character and I've got mine. So it's always hard to do the nails to her because she's so specific and I'm kind of like stubborn. Okay, that's them all nicely scratched. I check for any more shiny places. Remove those dust. No. Do the cuticle work. So minimal cuticle work, unless there is something large. I actually need to push them back. I did really abuse my hands for the last few weeks in the garden. I even had been in hospital because I had a huge bruise on my leg, like, you know, the size of the hand. The wooden board dropped on my leg and I couldn't move my feet or toes. That was terrible. There is a wee nerve going outside the knee and it must have just hit it so badly that I temporarily couldn't move my feet. So nice clean on the cuticle. They haven't been done for 5 weeks. And at this stage, because I have cleaned everything from my nail plate, I'm not going to cut or trim anything. And you have guys seen me, like I keep doing all the time the same thing, and you see how long my nails last. Never too much prep. So again, blue scrap, Nice, squeaky clean. I'm glad, guys, that you're not bored of watching the tutorials, Karen. And I'm glad, Mary, that you can do half of your clients with the gel now. I love doing gels. Like, I started my journey as a nail technician with the acrylics, but as I say, I don't like the smell of it. I am also very sensitive to many products, and I just prefer gel. Okay, index finger, huge hyponicum. So I need to cut out this space for a hyponicum. Renette, doing not dominant, like using not dominant hand for the nails, like is very challenging. And last time I have pushed myself to the biggest limits because I was doing one stroke with my left hand. I was actually quite chuffed how it did turn it out, especially that when I started, I couldn't do my left hand at all. Oh, this form is so bad. Let's start another one. Multitasking, answering comments and doing the news is a bit much. I think cameraman used my scissors so they don't behave. Can't use that for the index finger, have to do it for a pinky. Maybe are happy for this one. So starting backwards. I actually never had tips on my hands, and I don't think so I could wear the tips. I just don't like the feel of the glue. And because of my large nail folds, I do really need to trim those forms quite a lot. And then I will be showing you on Monday the video of those jelly aura nails. I've got the clients where I don't have to trim the forms at all. They just slide on. So every client is different. I'm glad, guys, you remember the tips. We have done it in the past. No, Sandeep, I don't speak Hindi. I could probably learn some other languages, but I do not. And 34. Karen, you will need to go into Google and just put the convert the money there, because the exchange rate is different depending on the day. Like, I always check it on Google, the exchange rate. I need to loosen this form a bit more for my nail folds so I can pinch it stronger. I wasn't supposed to do this set, but I think it's a good push. I couldn't be bothered today, but now we can just complete it, and at least I will have less work tomorrow evening. Yeah, my scissors just don't behave. I'm going to be angry at Patrick because he used them to probably clip his nails or cut something with it. So they are not as sharp as they should. Now, the form application is a very important process, and if your forms are applied wrong, the entire shape is going to be wrong. So I'm just checking them after placing the forms, and then we can fire on and sculpt this set. See, I can't even cut with those scissors. Cameraman, if you're watching it, you are in trouble for using my scissors. Okay, an extra nail prep, because during the form application, I have touched my nails. I remember wearing the slant stilettos nails. Yeah, Denise, the sand nails have been cool, actually. It's reminded me how badly I need like a beach holiday. Universal Air Bond, which acts like a bonding gel, but you don't have to cure it. That's why I love it so much. It also gives you great adhesion of the product to the natural nail. Okay, let's fire them on. So, nice and thin layer. Cover the entire nail plate. To the letter M.5-ish. Correct that side hole. And then freeze it. So I'm just going to cook this product for like about 5-10 seconds. Just so it doesn't run, and do the next one. For the sculpting, I always do one nail at a time. I mean, unless it's a really like a winter time and your product is very cold, you could probably do it 2 nails. Nice and thin skeleton, freeze it. Hi Delia. Yeah, sure, you're on time. We are doing my nails. It wasn't supposed to happen. I was just supposed to remove my nails and that's it. And then obviously I thought like, actually, I'm just going to use this time to spend it with you, because it has been ages since we done the last lifetime. Hello, Melinda. So yeah, multitasking today, doing nails and chatting with you guys. Such a nice Sunday afternoon. Oh, my hands shakes again. Freeze it. And then the pinky. I actually couldn't wait to. I always love wearing a fresh set. Excuse my right hand is not shaped yet. Okay, we've got the pinky. Check that side. Another thing what I like to do it was I'm working with this first thin layer. I like to go kind of slightly bigger than I need to. So I can always file it, but at least I'm not going to miss something in my shape of the nail. Hi, Vanda. Nice to see so many of you guys. So we have done 5 seconds cure for each finger, which mean our nails, the index finger have been cured now 20 seconds. So I need 10 seconds more and then I will be able to pinch it. Now I've got extreme mess on my nail desk now. So this part of the forms, I'm going to store it because they are fantastic on using as a mixing palette of your colors. So put them on the side and then get rid of this mess so I can work properly. First nail, probably ready for a pinching. So I'm tapping on it, checking if the entire product is cooked properly, and then squish it a little bit with my pinching clamp to see how the product is behaving, if it's cured enough. So it has to be always cured at least 30 seconds so it doesn't lift off from the nail. Okay, I'm happy with this one. Grab a couple more pinching clamps. And when it comes to pinching, don't use the metal ones because they don't get the light through it, so your sides might be not properly cooked, and the undercure products might cause a trouble. Hi, Janet. Yeah, I'm back in person. I actually missed those live videos. Oh, this one. I love my middle finger. It's always pinched extremely nice. Like, I love it. The look of it is always so slim after pinching. And then I've got question from Jetsons. Do you always do your harder hand first? I do. Not ideally, yes, because once you've got your harder hand done and dusted, you can enjoy doing the other hand. Otherwise, it's quite hard to start doing. You can see the difference now. These nails have been pinched. This one wasn't. How wide it is. So I'm pinching that one. Carefully. And then at the same time, I can build up the apex on my index finger. Oh. Oh no, my gel did freeze a little bit. So again, just a nice and thin layer through the entire set of the nail. Not the set, the entire nail. And then let's build up those apex. Because the gel is very runny today, that we've got really extreme heat, I'm just placing the scoop of it right through the middle, and then just touching up a little bit with the brush to move it, and then it's a time to cook it. I have no time to play with it because it will run everywhere. Then I've got here Sherry. I have bucket full of the nail pinching and they could hurt my fingers, so I use them in art. You have to do it so they don't hurt. If you over pinch it, then they will hurt you. So like that's why I'm doing it gentle at first, and I felt like this one would over pinch. That's why I didn't want to do it. This one, you can see, doesn't change as much, so I can leave the clamp on it. You don't want to place it too high and you don't want to over pinch it. You don't want to look at this now. Here I've got white coming in on my nail, which is quite lots of stress to the nail. So you don't want the white show up on your nail, and you would place your pinching clamp a little bit lower. And probably that's enough for the pinky because I've got thin layer. I'm quite happy with this one as well. So you have to be kind of finding a happy balance and never hurt your nails with pinching. When it hurts, it's not good. Hi Sue, yay, you catch us on the live video. Then I've got Janet asking if I've got problems with my nails staining under. Not necessarily. You could see it, my nails have been quite yellow white-ish because that's what the natural color of the nail plate is, like it's a white yellowish color. I use if they get like, so basically I love my garden, guys. Like I do really spend hours in the garden, like digging in the compost, like and clearing up my flowers, doing the ponds and lots of different things. So those of you who do gardening know that if you're working without of gloves and you got the compost like soil on your hands, it takes, like I can even see it here now, it takes days to wash off from your hands. And doesn't matter if you're going to use like a hard brush or something to clean it up, it just doesn't. But what I do use for my nails is, so first of all, washing your hairs cleans up the nails amazing. Like the shampoo is fantastic, and washing your hairs like gives an amazing clean to your nails. But also I quite often use the toothbrush and a whitening toothpaste underneath of my nails. That's pretty helpful as well to make the nails brighter. Then I've got Vanda. I love that tip from you, the way you do your nails. Oh, I'm glad, guys, you enjoying it. And I'm happy none of you yet complain about the view or about the quality of the picture. So I'm so chuffed, because that's mean we could maybe do it more often. Like on Saturdays, say example, instead of putting the video up, we could just do some live videos like this. Or even from the salon, I could maybe do some live. It's quite risky because we get lots of people passing through it. You know, imagine some client coming and saying something what they don't want the entire world to know, and they can just walk into the salon. Might not work, but from home, yeah, like we could probably do the live sessions. Oh, don't mess up with it. I'm losing time. No time to play with it. Cook it in. Literally 2 seconds to apply your product with this temperatures. Then I've got, I had to remove it because I could feel a bit of heat spike on that nail. So cool it down. Don't let your fingers hurt. Put it back in. And the question from Amy says she's glad. Huh? We're glad too. It's actually quite a lot of you guys. You can keep sharing this video as well. Lots of actually useful information here. And then Denise says she never used a nail form. I want to try them so much, but I'm afraid I will mess them up. Any suggestions? You will mess them up. I did mess my up as well. Like my first set of the sculpted nails have been so bulky, so chunky, so misshaped. It's a learning curve. Like I cannot. So for the clients, I do use half. No, not even half. I would say, so first of all, most of my clients is a regular client which comes in for a rebalance. So I don't use neither of tips. Losing voice again. Neither of tips or the forms. I'm just working on their natural nail and I'm doing the rebalance. The rest of the new clients, like 70% of them would get, even 80 would get tips. And 30% of the clients, which knows the difference in between the sculpted set and the forms, will get the forms because they do prefer the look of it, the feel of it, like as well. They just completely different, but it wasn't easy journey. Like sculpting is the hardest way of doing nail extensions. That's why most of the nail technicians choose tips. And for a salon, I think it's the best solution as well. Like I don't like, even Olivia, when she started, I actually didn't even teach her much of the sculpting. She knows how to sculpt the nails because quite often the client which wears the natural nail will break a one nail and you need to sculpt them to match the natural nails. You wouldn't be able to achieve that nice slender look like with the tips. So that's why the sculpting is useful. And the best way to learn it is actually on the natural nails. So if you've got the clients which are wearing a gel overlays and or even the nail extension, say you have done nail extensions on tips for your clients and the client have broke one nail. Instead of putting the tip on that one nail, you can learn how to do the nice nail on the form. Because it is only one nail, you can feel comfier, even if it takes you longer, and you've got more time to play with it. And this is the best way to do it. And once you fix those single nails 100 times, you will kind of get hang of it. So when I'm getting a new girl starting up in the salon, that is the best way to teach them how to do a full set on forms by single nails. Like a repairs for someone who's wearing the gel polish and they want one nail to matching the rest, or if they break the nails. Okay, I'm done my apex. Now I need to inspect those nails to see if there is any missing product, because basically I had no time to look at them. I was just slap the gel on and that's it. I should be okay with that. Maybe a wee dent there. So I'm just going to, might get away. This one, I might get away. I'm missing product, typical. I'm always missing the product in that corner. Lucky, stop leaking. Because of the angle of the hand, you need to hold it, and for the camera it's so difficult to do so. And cameraman, you use my scissors. They are not sharp. I was struggling cutting the forms. See?
It's not me.
You.
It's lucky.
Lucky, yeah. Lucky is my scissors. I'm just touching them up in case I have missed the product. Give them final cook and answer your questions. Close my product so they're not exposed to the light. It's still so bright in here. Like, I mean, actually it almost doesn't get dark.
It's brighter now because sun is out.
I know, it's extremely bright. I did feel like my gel even hardened a little bit. And then let me read some comments. Oh yeah, so denture cleaner works too. Good tip. And then Sherry. Yeah, I love my gardening. Like, it's a nice feeling, you know. And Delia says this is all what she uses, the nail forms. Oh, well done you. Like, I don't, as I say, like, first of all, the forms are more time consuming. So normally I book the clients an hour and a half, and then I've got time for whatever they all want, like what doesn't matter what kind of nail art, what stage their nails are. This is enough on tips for me. On forms, I book them 2 hours because it takes longer, and I charge more for forms as well. That's why not every client wants the forms, because obviously it's more expensive option, but it definitely lasts better, look better, feel better. And then Emmy says that she finds tips are harder. I think once you get used to the forms, it feels sometimes like, oh, actually I would just slap those forms on, it's faster. Because you don't have to blend them. Yeah, I can't imagine having forms on my nails. Sorry, imagine having tips on my nails. Just prefer the forms all the way through it. Okay, let's pull those forms. I didn't over pinch them. I used to have much more pinched nails, but because I had those accident with this nail, I don't want to wear them overly too long. Also, we'll have lots of work to do. So clean everything, clean underneath, because there is inhibition layer underneath as well. And I think I also prefer working with the gel as well, because gel is kind of cure instant, and acrylics takes 48 hours to fully cure, which means you are working with uncured product for that period of time. It's set and hard to file, but it's not. Now, those raggy bits and pieces, they are extremely thin layer of the gel, so you can see it doesn't take long time to file it. And I always prefer to do it a little bit extra, because if it does happen that I have no enough product and I have pulled the form down, I can always add it thicker on top of this thin one, but I'm never going to miss it in my shape. So this is a good tips, guys, for you, especially those ones who start the forms. I shouldn't be adding actually the product I added at the end, because this one is quite thick. You can see I've got bulk of the product there. Just touch it up like this. I like it, this one. Blend it around the cuticle area. Oh, so nice, fresh set. Okay, very happy with this one. Leave it alone. Looks pretty, really pretty. Next one. I also looked at some skipping side to side. I don't want to overfile too long in one place, because if I do, I cannot do anything about it. It's overfiled then. So I like to file a little bit, check the entire nail to see if I have to file it more. Like, kind of do it a little bit at the time. Still too long. Then the next thing is blend around the cuticle area. And this one is far too thick at the free edge, like huge. That's better. Check the client view. Nice one, leave it alone. Next one. I never like my ring fingers. I think they are always my most difficult nail. I used to bite my nails like crazy. So this one has the shortest nail best and is also the widest nail I've got. The widest, yeah. And it's also harder, like these two fingers are the easiest one to shape on your own because of the position. And then once you go outside, it's more difficult because obviously you cannot hold it the same way you would hold it on the client hand. Okay, I need to make it more coffin because it's very tapered square. That's better. So think about it, where are you placing your file? Don't file like wherever, just file the places you need to. Shorten the free edge, and now I can see it. It actually looked really thin, but it's not that thin. I need to finish it out further. Yeah, I've got nice nails. Okay, let me see what is going on in here. Vanda says more lives. I will try, like, honestly, I will try to do it like we still need to get the salon done and dusted, like the moving of the salon is such a big thing to do it. I'm actually terrified a little bit because I know how difficult it is gonna be, like, to do all the work and everything. Oh yeah, so I'm excited at the same time, but also so stressed as well. Those of you who run your own salon, you guys probably know the feeling. Oh, hold that. I'm still in camera. Ish. Kind of. Okay, yeah, I'll move it. We don't want to move the camera too much. We kind of keep it in the same position because with the live video, we find it actually is better all the time the same. Oh, Pinky ready. Just too thick at the pH. I actually have some lifting from the pinching in that corner, and I cannot leave it. Can you see it?
No.
No.
It's covered by 2 fingers.
Ah,
The front.
sorry.
Yeah.
Can you? So I've got a tiny bit of the lifting here. I need to get rid of that. So basically what I'm doing is I'm filing away that lifting. I have caused it by pinching my nail. That's why I say sometimes not every nail can be pinched. So file away lifting, nail prep it. Universal air bond. And if it does happen, doesn't matter in which place, like it can sometimes happen, just fix it straight away. Basically all what I need is a tiny sweet drop of the product in there. I also love, can you see, you can work with this like a string with the gel as well, and then kick it. Then they are ready for buffing and then for the design. So the design, we will do it probably next week. I'm so busy with the clients, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. but I need to reshape this hand, and then we will do the recording on the design. I need to decide what I want on my nails. As I say, like ideally I would just slap it on like a nice clean French or a baby boomer, because I love those kind of classy look, or even just the way they are. I love them playing with the top coat, nothing on it as well. But I will see what we will came up with. Then I says, Emmy, she's got a dust filter. Yeah, I've got the dust collector as well. But to be honest, like at the moment when I'm doing just a shaping by hand, it's not as much dust. Honestly, the baby wipe is like so helpful. When I do remove the product or I'm doing rebalance, like when I'm using e-file, the huge amount of the dust is everywhere. And then I put the dust collector, and in the salon I'm always using the dust collector, definitely, like because I don't want to be working with all that dust. This hand is probably just about. I actually make them a bit longer than last time. I might shorten them because we've got so much work to do and so much garden. Okay, let's buff them. So white buffer first, just in the middle, and I like always use white buffer, and then when I do it, it kind of smooths out and almost get the entire nails ready, so I can see any more imperfection. And if it's necessary, I would use the hand file and again go and check if there's any other places I want to touch. Also, depending on what I'm applying over the nails, I will produce different thickness of them. You know, sometimes they are slightly thicker, sometimes they are slightly thinner, all depending what I need. This one is wonky, too much on that side. Cool. And then gray buffer to finish the look. Ideally, this hand should be on my knees, then it is the comfiest way to shape it. Sorry guys, I'm just going to sort out my pinky.
Do you want me to follow to the camera?
No, I'm in my garden clothes. I was just filing on my knees because I couldn't get that corner. And it's so important one. Come on, you don't know because you don't know, you don't wear the nails.
I have mine.
Natural ones. He actually has not bad natural nails for a man. And Olivia's got amazing natural nails. I can see there's a wee jump of the product. Touch it up, gone. Okay, and that's my nails. Really finish it. I'm not going to do anything else on them. Just protect with the top coat. And the reason for it is like I don't, because they are just filed and they don't have those glassy surface on them, I don't want them to change the color. I don't want them to get dirty, and I will just apply the top coat over them till I've got time to do the design. I could do a bit with the cuticle trimming on this one. So I usually leave my cuticles at the end, and only if it's necessary I would touch them up with the cuticle nipper. This one is always so nice and decent one to trim. Okay, clean it with the blue scrub and then top coated so they are protected and ready for the design. I actually spent this time really nice with you guys, so thank you so much for joining us in for this unexpected, totally unexpected live video. And I hope you have really enjoyed it, doing nails with me. So top coat. I've got a bit of cuticle there. That's it. Clean them with the blue scrub. And then apply the top coat or a color. If you're going for a color, I'm just going to top coat them because I have no clue yet what I'm gonna do on them. So the top coat is gonna protect them until they're ready for the design. That's my dog get angry. When he's angry, he always sneezes like crazy. And then he goes with his feet like... Don't go angry.
Pushing me to play with him.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying no, that's why he was doing that.
He's so funny, but he's so demanding. Like my child wasn't so demanding like he is. He would just follow you everywhere. Now he comes and push me on playing with him. He's actually 10 years old dog. Times fly.
Too fast.
Far too fast. So enjoy it, guys. Enjoy every single part of your life because it's just flying so quick, you know? Before you realize we are like 8 years old. So I'm just cooking my nails. And then I can clean up this mess. And at least I've got some plain set of the nails with the top coat over it. The right hand is still not shaped properly. But yeah, honestly, so next time I'm going to go for the almond shape. Not next time, like when they do removal. Instead of removing them, I'm going to turn them from coffin to almond shape so you could see them. And because I fancy to see it myself how I would feel with this kind of shape as well. But today I would like to say a huge thank you to all of you who have joined us in for those unexpected but very I can't say it, enjoyable. Anyway, the life which I really enjoy it. That's how you would say it. Sometimes when I cannot pick up the word, I have to use the alternative. So thank you so much, guys. I'm sending you huge glittery hugs, big kisses, actually both with the Patrick as well. And it was so nice to catch up. My nails are done. I can just clean them. So normally I try to don't touch the top coat until it cools down. But this time I don't care because it's a temporary top coat which will be protecting my nails only for a day or two maybe until I've got time. So I would clean my hands and then apply some cuticle oil. And we've got those two amazing cuticle oils as well. So this one is called Psycho and I love the smells of it. And this one is called Sweet. Let me actually, it is sweet. So this one smells like sweeties, like, I don't know, almost watermelon, like like lollipop. This one smells like this. This one is coconuts, and this one is called Psycho. But like I love it. It's so it's like exotic kind of smell where you can feel this coconut in it. Oh, Victoria says the boss smell. Which one is your favorite? I'm actually curious, Victoria. Which one is your favorite? Because like I love the color of this pink, and by looking at it, I would pick up the pink one. But by smell, I think I prefer the blue and the Psycho smell. I'm quite specific when it comes to perfumes and smells, so I'm quite curious. Yeah, Victoria says the same, so it's like a candy and coconut. I love the coconut one. But anyway, guys, yeah, I love totally. I love the blue one. So just a quick summary of this life. I have showed you how to remove, how to sculpt the full set. I actually didn't expect it. Very enjoyable video. We have give you the link to our Facebook group. I do not have as much time to check it kind of daily, but the group is mainly created for you guys so we can support each other. And I have seen some amazing comments like of you helping other people, which is so appreciated by me as well, like because it's really nice to watch it that you guys are so helpful to each other. Okay, big kisses and bye for now.
Bye.
Bye bye.